Hello, everyone. My name is Sevilla. I love coming here to you from this YouTube channel and this Facebook post and wherever else you're seeing it at. Welcome. Are you doing a little bit of soul searching right now? Are you wondering if you're doing it right? Now, some of you may ask, well, can you really do it wrong? Yeah, you can do it wrong. And I'm going to tell you what you're doing wrong if you're doing it. If you're new to my work, I told you my name's Sevilla, and I am a clinical therapist with over 20 years of experience. I specialize in grief and loss because I've had a ridiculous amount of it myself. And I help people to get back to living and loving again after they've had their hearts and lives ripped out from underneath them by a Mack truck. So this is what I help people with. And if you're doing a little bit of soul searching right now, and you're wondering if you're doing it right, I want to tell you some things you need to look out for to answer that question for yourself. Number one, who is the voice in my head? Okay. So say you're sitting in a quiet place, you're doing your meditation, you've taken a weekend off, you've had a lot of time alone, and you've really been going over your past, your future, all the potentials, and you're really running through things. Who is the voice in your head? That's what I want you to pay attention to next time you are really sitting down and meditating on your life. Is it your ex-husband? Is it your late wife? Is it your parents? Is it your friends? Well-meaning family? Whose voice is in your head when you're judging yourself about the choices, options, how you're feeling, thinking? Is it yours? Is it authentically yours, or is it coming from some other place? This is really important. Okay, and to how to get to the core of that and to find out whose voice that really is, there's some more questions you need to ask yourself. Okay, so is the voice in my head mine? If it's mine, how do I feel? How do I feel? What is it that I want? Now, if you're saying should to yourself, then the voice isn't yours, okay? I should feel ready. I should feel hesitant. I should do this. That's not your voice. That's the voice of somebody else's opinion. Getting to the heart of what you really want, need, and feel is so important to getting to some kind of resolution, if there's a resolution to be had. Just because you're doing soul searching doesn't mean there needs to be a solution to everything. So when you come out in the end and say, I've been doing a lot of soul searching and now I've got all my answers, well, it might be a little bit presumptuous to think you have all the answers, because what you've learned so far is that you can't predict the future all the time, can you? And even if you knew something was coming, how you ended up feeling was probably a surprise in many ways. Things came to you that you weren't expecting. And so we know we have to be prepared for the unprepared. And people who've had a lot of loss in their life know this better than anybody. Okay? So getting to a place of saying, is my soul searching truly mine? If you can get to that place where you can say, yes, I've really come to my own answers, my own potential, wants and needs and desires, and I'm really honoring what it is I'm feeling, then congratulations, because you've come to a place of acceptance. And the resolution to soul searching really is being able to say to yourself, I know that I don't know everything that's coming. I accept where I'm at right here, right now, with all of the mess, with all of the potentials, with all of the sadness and all of the joy, all the memories and all the excitement of a different future, to really being honest with myself about all of that and allowing all of that to be whatever it is, and knowing that none of it's wrong. I have so many people come to me with guilt. I feel like it's wrong. I feel like I shouldn't want to date again. I feel like I shouldn't, have relief when my suffering loved one finally passed. All of these things we have to be able to incorporate into wherever we're at right now and to be able to accept. And acceptance doesn't mean, hey, that's great. Acceptance just is an observation of what is a reality in the moment. And what you feel right now may not be your reality in a week. And that's okay. So it's all right to accept that feeling in the moment. Right now, I feel relief that my wife passed. She was suffering terribly from cancer. I'm so glad she's not suffering anymore. And I miss her terribly. So both of these things can exist at the same time. And that's what a lot of people struggle with. And so when they're doing their soul searching, they feel like they should come out with some clear resolution. And sometimes you come out with still some confused feelings. And so in order to resolve the confused feelings, the answer to that, the solution to that, is acceptance. Being in a state of non-resistance to whatever that happens to be in that moment, and to know that it's okay. It's okay to grieve, and it's okay to be happy again. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to find a lover. It's okay to take care of yourself and get up in the morning and brush your hair. Feeling joy does not mean that you no longer grieve, that you no longer love, that you no longer care. These things are not true. They're just stories we tell ourselves that helps to keep us stuck in the grief and the loss and the suffering. That just keeps us stuck. That's all it does. We make ourselves a victim of our pain, of our story. And it doesn't need to be that way. So there can always be a resolution when you come out of the soul searching, and the resolution in its ultimate position may just be, where I'm at right now is okay. And even if I think I know what I want right now, I have the right to change my mind in 2 or 3 weeks, in a month, 6 months from now. Say you decide you want to date again. You say, okay, well, I'm going to meet somebody and I'm just going to have a coffee and that's it. And maybe you meet somebody that just really knocks your socks off. And 2 weeks later, you find yourself making out with them. You're like, well, I didn't plan that. I was going too fast. I don't know. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But what I'm saying is that you don't know what you don't know. Just like you didn't know what it was going to feel like to be on the other side of grief and where you're at right now. But here you are, trying to live your life again, trying to recover, trying to figure out what's right, what's wrong, what's okay. What are my boundaries? Do I have any? I don't know. Should I have some? Maybe. A lot of people coming out of grief don't have good boundaries. I'm like, good. I don't even like that word, good. You've had a lot of loss. And so that's where you have to be gentle with yourself. And that's where that soul searching thing comes from, is that what you uncover right now is going to be different 6 months from now. It's going to be different a year, 10 years down the road. So all you can do is really live here in this moment, right here, right now. That's all you've got. And so use this moment as your strongest ally in identifying, what do I feel? What do I want? Okay. Identify those two things. And if you don't know what you want, if you're sitting there going, but Sevilla, I don't know what I want. I don't know. That's my problem. Great. Start there. Start wherever you are at. I don't know what I want. I've been soul searching and I still don't frickin' know. Okay, great. So if you don't know what you want, that's a good place to start, because identify that. Now, what's the opposite of what you don't want? Okay. I don't want to be hurt again. Okay. You know you don't want to be hurt again. So what is it that you do want out of that? I want love. I want to be loved again. My fear is I'll be hurt again. So these are some things to consider. Know that in all situations, no matter what you've been through, no matter where you're at right now, that there is a power within you that is a power we all share. And it's limitless, It is divine. It is made of love, and it's made to express love in this lifetime. And first, that's learning to love, value ourselves. Know that we're important, that we matter too. When we start to value ourselves, give that love to ourselves that we might give to somebody else, then the doors start to open up in our life in new ways. That's something to work on. It's a practice. From Sevilla, I love. Have a lovely evening, morning, or night. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this page. And I'll see you next time.